Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah, wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam. Respected brothers and sisters in Islam, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I would like to first thank Nur-Ul-Islam for giving the youth this opportunity to speak with you tonight. We rarely get these opportunities in the community, but Nur-Ul-Islam has always been an advocate for the youth. You might be thinking I'm going to speak to you tonight about the importance of fasting or about spending your money in the month of Ramadan. But I'm sure you've already heard about all these topics already. Instead, I wanted to speak briefly to you about developing the Islamic community. MashaAllah, we have accomplished so much in South Florida. For example, we have countless masajids all across the area. We have several Islamic schools, such as Al-Azhar, Salat Tawfiq, and of course Nur-Ul-Islam Academy. Our centers are filled with weekly classes and madrasas, and we have multi-purpose halls being built. While we have all these facilities and assets, there is one aspect that is missing throughout the South Florida community. You see, we spend all our time and money in developing these buildings, but we tend to neglect our resources in developing individuals who will occupy these buildings and benefit from them, specifically the Muslim youth. Are we taking time to develop, to train, and to educate our future? This process has to start at home, with our parents. Our parents take the time to send us to school. They spend countless dollars in our college education. They want us to have the best education, a top-paying job, and be successful in this society. But are we compromising our Islamic identity for this dunya? Although secular knowledge is necessary, the motivated Muslim youth needs to be educated in their deen as well, so that they can explain with confidence who they are as Muslims, why they are fasting, and why they wear the hijab. For us to know who we are as Muslims, our parents need to be proactive. They have to take the initiative and create a positive and Islamic household. This can be done by implementing some simple things, such as 1, praying together as a family. Even if it's once a day, Salatul Maghrib or Salatul Isha when everybody is home. Reciting the Quran together, not only the Arabic, but the English as well. Practicing daily Islamic etiquette, having dinner together, reciting the du'as, and having good manners of speech with one another. And learning together, having a family class once a week. And also putting as much emphasis on the madrasa homework as well as the academic. The Prophet ﷺ said, when a human being dies, all of his deeds are terminated except for 3. An ongoing sadaqah, knowledge which benefits others, and a righteous child who makes dua for their parents. We all want our children to be among the righteous who will make dua for us when we pass away. However, all the responsibility does not lie on our parents alone. The youth must also make an effort. The Prophet ﷺ said, to make use of your youth before your old age. The time for the youth is now. We can prove to the elders that we are not a lost generation and that we do have something to offer. We can make a positive effect in the community. In fact, we must make a positive effect in this community because this deen is in our hands. The future of Islam in America rests on the hands of the young people. We are the voice and the leaders of tomorrow. If we don't realize what's at stake, we may be making it more difficult for our children and future generations to come. But how do you as a youth make the most impact on society? The most effective way is to be connected to some sort of Islamic group, whether it be FAYM, your local masjid, or even the MSA at the college level. It is difficult to achieve your full potential alone, but if you connect yourself to a jama'ah, you will find others striving for the same cause. Remember, on the Day of Judgment, Allah will not ask you about your basketball or your cricket skills, or how many degrees you've earned. Allah will ask you how you spent your life in this world, including how you spent your youth. The Prophet ﷺ said that one of the 7 people who will be shaded on the Day of Judgment will be the youth who grew up in devotion to Allah. It's never too early to start working towards pleasing Allah. Our parents can begin by playing a fundamental role in the home, and our youth need to recognize the potential and the importance of staying connected and involved in the Islamic work. Once we make the initial effort, the facilities and centers that are being built will have Muslim youth capable of running them. It is the involvement and the motivated Muslim youth that will continue on and expand the development of our Islamic community. I ask Allah to guide our parents, to recognize the important role they play in our lives. And I ask Allah to bless and motivate the youth to stay active in the community. I ask Allah to forgive me if I made any mistakes, and to accept all of our efforts during this month of Ramadan. Let us make the most of these last 10 days, and may He grant us a joyous and blessed Eid, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you, brother.